Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. And today, I will be reading Katsuki Exeter by Love Katsuki Bakugou on Tumblr. So let's get into it. For all of his life, Bakugou dreaded the idea of meeting his own soulmate. He was a bitter, angry boy most of his life. But when he saw the words that would forever mark his skin, he was livid. So for Katsuki, it really did not take a lot to take him up. Someone could look at him the wrong way, and he would glare at them until they turned white. Deku was someone who usually made him mad. Tiny explosions emitting from his hands at the least thing he would do. To say the least, he had a short fuse. A really short fuse. And soulmate marks were things that were supposed to be something cute, or something to cherish forever. Which was dumb, really. But he knew eventually he would get one as well. And though Katsuki never cared about his own soulmate mark, he actually got it late. A whole year later, after all of his classmates had gotten it, he had been upset and pouty about it, as all the girls were gushing about the words in their forearms, displayed on their skin, were the first thoughts their soulmate would ever think of them. The first impression upon their first meeting. And though Katsuki was not known for good impressions, he had thought it would be better than this. But then, it seemed that he wasn't lucky, especially when it came to love. So what was Katsuki stuck with? Across his arm, in delicate calligraphy, were the words, I tapped that. To a kid in middle school, maybe a few people thought it was funny or cool. But Katsuki didn't think so. Not at all. Firstly, Katsuki had never really cared about his own soulmate. He didn't care about if he had one or not. Secondly, why did he have to have a soulmate who had such a perverted mind that they thought about touching him upon their first meeting of all things? Seriously? He would have been better off having no soulmate at all than just having a perverted one. It was embarrassing to him. And he didn't want people seeing it. But he didn't bother hiding it. So since the day it appeared, Bakugou Katsuki, the fearless Bakugou Katsuki of MHA, had been dreading the day that he would inevitably, unfortunately, meet his own soulmate. And it all started at Zero High. It was the most random day, or possibly the worst day of all days. Why, you would ask? Well, Bakugou was already in a sour mood. His body was exhausted from training, since he has been training extensively the previous day, and his mind was in hell from studying and doing homework, and he was getting his ear chewed off by the ideas surrounding him. Sometimes he wondered if going to AA was worth it, if he had to put up with those people. And he also wondered why he chose to have villainous company with these knuckleheads, those good-for-nothing extras. But also, he decided not to dwell out too much, not question it too much, because he didn't want to waste the mental capacity and get himself into another headache. It truly wasn't worth it. And since Katsuki did not want the tension and dealing with more teachers and more work, he was stuck with taking his anger out on his lunch. Katsuki was stabbing his lunch. Yes, he was eating it as well, but he was mostly stabbing it. The poor meal. had done nothing wrong to him, but he was so overwhelmingly irritated that it did not matter in the slightest. And on top of it all, he was getting a weird itching sensation on his arm that would not go away no matter what, and it was annoying him more. Damn it, he yelled, pulling at the sleeve of his uniform and scratching at his soul mark. Upon seeing it, his anger flared even more, and now he was actively starting to tear off the mark. It was permanent though, no matter what, so his efforts were futile. And even worse, the itch still remained, despite his consistent effort. Dude, your soulmate must be in here somewhere, Kirishima nodded, leaning over to look at the soulmate mark he had. He covered his mouth, willing himself not to let out even a chuckle. Katsuki had only started to actively have his mark after high school, because he thought it was embarrassing to him. And right now, that proved to be right. Kirishima knew that Katsuki hated his mark to oblivion. He had never known why. He had never been allowed to see it. No one was, as even when training, Katsuki kept it well hidden. You know, the only itch when you're about to meet your soulmate. Yeah, well, screw them. Because I don't. And he stopped himself mid-insult when it suddenly appeared, wrapped around Ashido, and cheerfully greeted her. Their eyes turned up to look at the rest of her friends. They being a spunky kid from support that ate Ashido often. Your smile dissolved into a smirk as your eyes landed on Katsuki, and the itching suddenly disappeared. Your eyes flickered to his arm for a split second, recognizing the words as your own thoughts. You were still smirking, as he already knew what you would think. Damn, I tapped that right back. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as I did making it. Anyway, goodbye.